The North Atlantic wasn't just an ocean. It was a graveyard carved by steel, fire, and silence. Convoys didn't sink, they vanished. Entire ships erased by U-boats lurking like phantoms beneath the black water. One moment a sailor was drinking coffee. The next, he was swallowed by freezing waves and metal splinters. Every night, the horizon lit up with flames. Every morning, the sea was calm again, as if it had eaten its fill and gone back to sleep. But then, in the darkest winter of 1942, during a fog so thick the world seemed to disappear, a single American cook, not a commander, not a strategist, a man who diced onions and scrubbed pans, came up with an idea so unbelievably stupid, so ridiculous, that seasoned officers literally laughed in his face. And yet, that idea would outsmart Hitler's elite U-boat pack, save 4,200 American soldiers, and rewrite the rulebook of naval warfare forever. This is the untold story of the cook who saved a convoy, with nothing but kitchen scraps, fish oil, and a brain desperate enough to try the impossible. If you've never heard this story, that's because history forgot it. But today, Shadow of War brings it back to life. Stay till the end. The final twist will shock you. Hit like, subscribe, and comment Harper Ruse so this forgotten legend reaches the world. The Battle of the Atlantic wasn't a battle. It was a slow massacre spread across 3,000 miles of dark water. German U-boats were winning. They called it their happy time. The Allies called it a nightmare. Convoys burned every night. Bodies and debris washed ashore in Newfoundland, Iceland, Scotland. Signs of ships that were never heard from again. Every sailor sent into the Atlantic knew one fact: if a torpedo hits you, the cold will kill you before you can even scream. And in late 1942, one convoy, HX-19, was about to sail straight into a wolfpack. HX-19 was huge: 27 merchant ships, 5 pack troop carriers, and escorts that were underfueled, undermanned, and overworked. Inside those troop carriers, 4,200 American soldiers, most barely 19 years old, laughing nervously, unaware of the death waiting beneath the fog. Convoy commander Captain Jonathan Miles studied the maps. British intelligence warned him, "Wolfpack approaching your lane. Expect coordinated night attack." Miles knew what that meant. Once spotted, HX-19 was dead. Down in the belly of the USS Calvert worked a man nobody took seriously, Private First Class Sam Harper. Round-faced, always smiling. The guy who made terrible Navy rations taste like home. But Sam listened, and more importantly, he observed. He heard officers whisper about torpedo patterns. He heard sonar teams curse the fog. He heard rumors of U-boats drifting silently, engines off, passing under convoys like shadows. He also saw something nobody else cared about: fish oil drums leaking into the ocean. And one afternoon, while stirring a pot of bland Navy stew, the idea hit him so hard he dropped the ladle. A scent trail, a sound trail, a decoy made of garbage. It was so insane that it just might work. That night, on the bridge, Captain Miles held a tense meeting. Sonar reports were getting worse. The fog was getting thicker. The U-boats were coming. Suddenly the door creaked open. Sam Harper stood there, still wearing his stained apron, smelling like onions, smoke, and rotten fish. "Captain, I think I got a way to save the convoy." The officers stared. A cook, interrupting a war meeting. A lieutenant chuckled. "Son, unless you can season the Atlantic, this ain't your business." But Sam didn't back down. He explained. Fish oil creates underwater microbubbles. Kitchen waste hits the water like propeller cavitation. Together, they form a false acoustic signature. U-boats would follow the sound, chasing a ghost convoy made entirely of trash. At first, laughter, then silence. Then the captain leaned forward. Because beneath the stupidity was brilliance. No paperwork, no permission, just desperation. Captain Miles barked the order. Prepare the decoy. Within minutes, sailors dragged out drums of disgusting fish oil sludge. The smell alone made grown men gag. Sam shouted, "Pour slow. Spread wide. Keep the trail steady." The small motor launches, barely seaworthy, were loaded with barrels, The fog rolled in thicker. Perfect. The launches pushed off, stretching the scent trail away from the convoy. The convoy slowed, just enough to make the fake trail drift far behind them. The ocean was silent, to silent. At 17 a.m. The sonar operator froze. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 073. Everyone braced for the end, but the torpedo passed under the convoy and sped toward the decoys. Seconds later, boom, a torpedo exploded miles away. Then another, and another. The U-boats were firing everything they had at barrels of garbage. Sam's insane idea was working, but then, the twist of fate nobody expected, a U-boat, hunting blindly in the fog, misjudged depth after firing, and slammed a torpedo directly into another German submarine. The Atlantic lit up underwater. Panic spread among the wolfpack. Who were they firing at? Why couldn't they find the convoy? Was this a trap? For hours, they circled the decoy trail, wasting fuel, torpedoes, time, while HX-19 slipped away into a storm front. By dawn, the ocean was empty. The wolfpack had lost the scent. HX-219 arrived safely, every ship intact, every soldier alive, 4,200 men, saved by a cook. Captain Miles wrote his official report with one legendary line: "Convoy saved by culinary deception." Recommend commendation for cook Sam Harper. Historians would later call it the Harper Ruse, a tactic so absurd, so effective, and so cheap that the British Navy secretly adopted it in multiple Atlantic operations. But Sam, he never bragged, never told his family, never called himself a hero. He simply said, "War ain't always won with bullets. Sometimes, common sense is deadlier." This is just one of thousands of forgotten stories buried under waves, ruins, and old paperwork. If you want more insane, unseen, unbelievable World War II stories, the ones textbooks ignored, the ones Hollywood never dared to show, hit like, smash subscribe, comment, tell me another legend. This is Shadow of War, where forgotten heroes rise again.